Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. In previous lecture, we will start the example number part 1. Okay, in this section, we will complete the example number 1, then example number 2, and I will give you some homework, example number 3. Okay, now in today's lecture, we will discuss example number 4, which is based on the design of stator. Okay, so let's start the lecture. In example number 4, we have preliminary design data of 270 kilowatt, 360 volts, 3 phase, 8 pole 50 hertz slip ring induction motor, and we have a data gross length we have 0.38 meter, inner diameter of stator we have 0.67 meter, outer diameter we have 0.86 meter, number of stator slot is 96, number of conductor per slot is 12. Okay, based on the above information, determine the following design data of the motor. What we have to find: flux per pole, then gap density, then conductor size, then size of the slot. Fifth is copper loss. Sixth is flux density in stator teeth, and seventh is flux density in stator core. Okay, now we will start from the first. We have to find flux per pole. So here I solution. First is flux per pole. Okay, so what we have slot, we have number of slot. So first of all we will find number of slot per phase. Okay, so what is the number of slot per phase? We have number of slot 96, and we have a phase 3-phase motor. That's why we have a number of slot per phase is 32. Then per phase is number of slots is what? 32. Okay, now we will find number of turns per phase. Then so number of turns per phase is what? TPH. We have number of slot per phase is 32. Okay, and we have conductors per slot is 12 divided by 2. Why we will divide it by 2? Because we have number of conductors 12, but we have to find the number of turns per phase. That's why we have to convert ZPH into the TPH. That's why we will divide it by 2. Okay, so we have a TPH is 192. Okay, now we assume the full pitch coil. Assuming full pitch coil. Okay, so here winding factor we have 0.955, EPH is equal to VPH, and star connected stator winding. Okay, so what is the value of EPH? We have value of EPH is 360 3600, but we have 3-phase and we have star connected stator winding. Then EPH is equal to 3060 3600 divided by under root 3. So we will get the 2078 volts, which is the value of star connected winding EPH. Okay, now we have EPH is equal to 4.44 F5 TPH into winding factor. We will find phi from this equation. So what we will 2078 divided by 4.44, frequency we have 50 hertz, TPH we will find 192, and winding factor is 0.955. So we will get the value of phi. What is the value of phi? 0.051 Weber. Okay. So first we will find flux per pole. We will find the flux per pole is 0.015 Weber. Okay. We will mark it star. Second is what? Second is gap flux density. We have to find gap flux density. Simple. We have the value of phi, but we don't have value of Ag. So first of all, we will find Ag. So what is the value of Ag? 0.051 divided by Ag means pi dl divided by number of pole 0.051. We have value of pi, we have value of d is 0.67, which is given into the example. Okay, length is given 0.38 and p is 8. Okay, number of pole is 8. So we have value of gap flux density is 0.1, no, 0.51. Okay, 0.51 Tesla. We will find second gap flux density. Third, what we have to find, conductor size. Okay, so third is conductor size. Conductor size. Okay, now we will assuming the efficiency, and efficiency is 91%, and full load power factor is 0.89. We will assume that. Okay, how can we assume that? From the design data book we have take this equation, take this value. Okay, so what is the input power? What is the input power of motor? We have full 270 in output power, which is kilowatt, then convert it into watt, divide by its efficiency is 91%, that's for 91. So we will get the input power, which is 296703 watt. Okay, now we will find the full load current. Full load current per phase. So what is the full load current? Input power, what is input power? 296703 divided by number of phases 3, output is, now what is the value of okay, 2078, which is EPH, and 0.89 is power factor, 0.89, so that we can get the full load current per phase, which is 53.47 amperes. Okay, now assuming current density, assuming current density of 4.1 ampere per mm square, area of cross section of conductor is area of cross section is 43.47 divided by 4.1. So we will get the area of cross section is 13.04 mm. Okay, so here conductor cross section area is greater than 5 mm. So we will how which shape of conductor we will use? It is in rectangular shape. Okay, thus sectional area of the conductor is what? No, of the conductor is 13.2 mm square. So the size of the conductor, so size of the conductor with insulation thickness of इंसुलेशन की थिकनेस आपको कितनी दे रखी है 0.2 mm is 2.9 mm in mm. Okay, this is the width and this is the length, okay, of the conductor consisting the 0.2 mm thickness of insulation. Okay, so we will find the conductor size, which is 2.9 mm cross 5.9 mm. Now we will find the copper loss. Now first of all, copper loss nahi, size of the slot. We have to find size of the slot. So what is the size of the slot? Fourth one is size of the slot. Size of the slot. So 12 conductor per slot are arranged in 2 layers with 6 conductor in each layer. Okay, 12 conductors per slot are arranged in 2 layers with 6 conductor in each layer. Are arranged as 2 conductor depth wise and 3 conductors width wise. Okay, so with this arrangement, the width and the depth of the slot can be estimated. So first of all, we will find the width of the slot, then we will find the depth of the slot, and we have the dimensions of the slot. So first of all, we have to find width of the slot. So space occupied by insulated conductor, which is 3 into 2.9, so 8.7 mm. Then coil insulation, which is 2 into 1.0 mm, so 2.0 mm. Then slot liner, we consider slot liner, 2 slot liner multiply by 0.2 mm, so we will get the 0.4 mm. Clearance between 2 windings, which is 0.9 mm. we have to add, so we will get the total width of slot, which is 7 4 11 11 or 9 20 20 0 2 8 2 4 12 mm. Okay, so width of this slot is 12 mm. Second, we have to find depth of this slot. Depth of this slot. So space occupied the insulated conductor. Space occupied by insulated conductor. 4 multiplied by 5.9 mm. So 26.3 mm. Coil insulation 4 into 1.0 mm, then 4 mm. Slot liner 3 into 0.2, so 0.6 mm. Coil separator, we have 1 into 1.0 mm, so 1 mm. No, it's a not 1, it's a 1 by 2, it's 0.5 mm. So here we get the 0.5 mm. Then top liner is 1.5 mm, so 0.5 mm. Then we will consider lip. We have 1.5 mm. Clearance we have 1.3 mm. Okay, so total height of this slot is, we have to add all this value, so we will get 35 mm. Okay, so what is the dimension of this slot? Dimension of this slot is, dimension of slot is 12 mm by 35 mm. Okay, now we have to find copper losses, flux density in stator and flux density in stator core. Okay, copper loss. Fifth portion is copper loss. Fifth is copper loss. So first of all, what is the value of length of mean turn? Means LMT. Small LMT, we have direct equation to L plus 2.3 tau p plus 0.24. Put this value of L, tau p, and then solve it. We get the 1.6 meter. Okay. Now resistance per phase is 0.021 LMT into TPH divided by area of the conductor AS. So 0.021 multiplied by 1.6 multiplied by turns per phase is 192 divided by 13.2. We will get the resistance per phase is 0.29 ohm. 0.49 ohm. Okay, so total copper loss in motor, total copper loss in motor 3 is square rs. We have value of is is 53.47, square rs is 0.49. So we will get the total copper loss, which is 4203 watt. Okay, now next what we have to find, flux density in stator tooth. Flux density in stator tooth. Okay, so first of all we will find the diameter at the one third height, d dash. What is d dash? D plus one third of height stator tooth multiply by 2. So we will get 0.693 meter. Then slot pitch at one third, tau dash. What is the value of tau dash? Pi d dash divided by stator slot. So put this value of pi, d dash is 0.693 and SS is what, 96. So solve it, then we will get the 0.02268 meter. Then tooth width, tooth width. Okay, we will get the tooth width. We will b dash t. What is b dash t? Tau dash s minus small bs 0.02268 minus 0.012.0168 meter. Okay, assuming we will assume the three ventilation duct with lamp width and iron space factor of 0.95. So what is the value of iron length at the iron length? Iron length means Li, iron length, 0.38 minus 3 into 0.01. Okay, into 0.95. We have space factor. So what is the value of Li? 0.3325 meter. Now area of stator tooth per pole. What is the area of the stator tooth per pole, which is A dash T. What is A dash T? B dash T multiplied by Li multiplied by number of teeth per pole. What is the value of B dash T? 0.010.01068. What is the value of Li? 0.3325. Number of teeth per pole is number 96 divided by 8. Okay, solve it, we will get the 0.04261 meter square, which is value of area of the stator tooth per pole. Okay, now mean flux density in stator tooth, B dash T is equal to phi upon A dash T. What is the value of phi? 0.051. We get the first, then 0.04261, we will get the 1.10 Tesla. Okay, so maximum flux density. What is the value of maximum flux density? Max flux density in stator tooth is 1.5 into 1.10 Tesla, 1.65 Tesla. Okay, so we will find the maximum flux density. Then what we find? Then we have to find, okay, flux density in stator core. Last is flux density in stator core. Okay. Seventh is flux density in stator core. So first of all, we have to find this depth. What is the depth of the stator core? dcs is equal to 1 by 2 d0 minus d minus 2 of height of the stator, 1 by 2 0.86 minus 0.67 minus 2 into what is the HSS, 0.035. In the example we have HSS, so solve this, we get the 0.06 meter. Okay, we have depth of the stator core. Now area of the stator core. What is the area of the stator core? AC. AC is, we have to find Li into DCS. What is the Li? Li is 0.3325 multiplied by 0.06. We will get the area of the stator core, which is 0.01995. Okay, meter square. What is the flux? Flux in the stator core. Flux in the stator core. Flux in stator core. Phi dash, which is 1 by 2 total flux. 1 by 2, what is total flux? 0.051. So we will get the flux in stator core is 0.0255 Weber. Okay, we have flux in stator core, so we have to we will find the flux density in stator core. What is the flux density in stator core? B dash C. We have phi C divided by area of the stator core. What is the phi C? 0.0255. What is the area of 0.01995? Okay, solve this and we get the 1.28 Tesla. So this is the last what we have to find, flux density in stator core. Okay, so here we completed all these examples. Now we will wind up this lecture at this moment, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe the channel and press the bell icon also. Okay, so that you will get the notification of my new video. Okay, next time we will meet. Till then, Jai Hind.